So back with another video for you today. Ashley's here. Today we have another oud fragrance. It's Jo Malone's Oud and Bergamot. This one right here. We'll review this for you. Coming right up. Thanks so much for tuning in. This is Sebastian. This is Ashley.
Hey.
If this is your first time landing on this channel and you love watching fragrance reviews, finding out about new fragrances, discovering new brands, and of course participating in giveaways, and still have not subscribed to the channel, please click that subscribe button below and also click the bell so you'll be notified for future videos and giveaways. So this is a fragrance that I've loved for the longest time but never really owned. But I ended up with a friend who has a connection to an employee that has discounts. So I bought this discounted, but it retails for $185 in the States as 100 ml. And what I ended up with was for about 90 euros for a bottle. So this is a 2010 launch. It's Jo Malone's Oud and Bergamot. Perfumer is Christine Nagel, who I believe now works at Hermes.
Yep.
She's promoted. She replaced Jean-Claude Elena.
Exactly.
Yeah. And then this is considered an Eau de Cologne Intense. So it's not in their clear bottles, which are just in Eau de Colognes. So Eau de Cologne Intense basically just means more concentration of oils, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah, actually a lot of times, even between like EDT, EDP, and Parfum, they will slightly change the formula. So like they'll use a higher quality bergamot, stuff like that.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah.
So does that mean like they're not using a high quality bergamot in the EDT, but they've amped up the quality in the EDP? Is that what you're saying?
Sometimes it might stay the same. It really varies. I'm not saying Jo Malone did this per se. It's just a common practice. And again, it wouldn't be that it was a bad quality. Maybe they're using like a medium tier quality bergamot for their EDT, but then they're using like an Uber Luxe bergamot for this version.
They do have an even more intense version of this.
Oh, interesting.
I'm drawing a blank with the name, but it's so good.
Ooh, see? Yeah.
It's so good. Yeah.
And if the difference is at the top, then that might be what happens, or they'll have a little bit more money to spend on the formula. Chanel is really big on this.
Oh, really?
Where the Chanel No. 5, EDP, and EDT, people think that their rose and jasmine might not come from France, but for the pure parfum, it definitely just comes from like this one farm in Grasse. So, yeah.
Interesting.
Concentration, it's not just the amount of juice, sometimes the materials change.
Okay. So, as also, recently I had reviewed Bronze Wood and Leather by Jo Malone, and I had told you guys that the best place to buy Jo Malone fragrances is at the London duty free at Heathrow, or even Gatwick. I found that they were about the same price as I paid for this.
That is so interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you ever are flying through London and you want Jo Malone, you can get these for about $100. You're saving about $85 plus tax.
That is really interesting.
So anyway, so the notes here are oud, bergamot, cedar, mandarin orange, and lemon.
Okay.
So it's not very complex. You do experience all those notes. The dominant note is oud, with the bergamot right behind it. And then you have a little bit of woody touches with the cedar. Mandarin orange comes in because it freshens up everything and maybe sweetens up a little bit as well.
Yeah, and I get the lemon too.
You do get the lemon.
Very sweet lemon.
Now, can you tell the difference between bergamot and lemon?
Yes.
What are the
differences? So the amount of citral, and the big giveaway I think for bergamot is always linalool acetate. So it's that part of it that kind of varies on tea and lavender.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah. But it can be really tricky. I mean, the citruses, distinguishing between them without any labels or any colors on our fragrance test at Ithaca, it's one of the most difficult things to do.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So what are your thoughts about Jo Malone's Oud and Bergamot? Do you like wearing it?
I really like it, yeah. For me, it's just as much bergamot as it is oud.
So it's equal.
To me, it's like...
Can I smell it on you?
Oh, more up.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a very bright bergamot on like a nice smooth oud. And I feel like with the lemon, I almost get like a slight Skittle vibe. It's not gourmand in the slightest, but it gets a little candied a bit.
Lemon Skittles?
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, you have mentioned in the past about ouds, and we're not dealing with a...
No.
This is a synthetic oud, correct?
Yeah, most likely it's a synthetic oud, but that's not necessarily a
not a bad thing.
Exactly.
No.
Synthetics are awesome, and I wish we were more accepting of them as a fragrance community, and I think we're getting there.
I hope so. 'Cause
Yes.
some people just go ranting about how synthetic things are not good.
Yeah, and I mean the thing is, some of the synthetics that mimic oud can be more expensive than a cheap quality oud. So why wouldn't you want the better smelling, more expensive item that's going to make you smell better than the thing that's natural but can potentially smell gross? So
I don't want to smell gross.
and just for the environment, like it's, you know, if you're always using naturals, it's not great for the planet, right? Like, because you're depleting resources. So we need the blend, and as a perfumer you need the blend. You can be more creative when you're using a mix.
Really?
Yeah.
So you're all for synthetics?
I'm all for synthetics, yeah.
What are your thoughts about completely 100% synthetic fragrances? Like eccentric molecules and things like that?
I think there's a place for them. I think it would be sad if we get to a day where all fragrances were like that. But, you know, I've worked at a couple big companies, and most of your fragrances have at least some naturals on them. Even big designers, they're still using some naturals in their fragrances. With eccentric molecules, right, they're focusing on one molecule. So you're just getting Isoe Super or Ambrox. And I think that's a really cool and innovative idea, because these individual molecules do smell amazing. So why wouldn't we put them in a bottle and wear them? But overall, like, I like the mix. Like, citruses are relatively affordable, and the reason that they're not in more fragrances is more because of toxicology issues and how our body chemistry reacts to them, and the fact that they can make our skin itchy.
Yeah.
More so than price. But, like, I'm sure this has real bergamot and real citruses in it.
Except for the oud.
Except for the oud.
Everything is probably...
Is natural, yeah.
Do you think the cedar is natural in here as well?
Yeah.
You think so?
We use a lot of, I mean, I see brands using a lot of cedar, and it's not the most expensive natural. It's not something that they would need to use a synthetic to make up for. But what I like is that there's probably real cedar, but there's also probably some Isoe Super for like a balance to make it more smooth, because when you just have the natural, you have the beautiful aspects of the natural, but you also have some of the harsher parts, the pinines, the terpenes that smell a bit like cleaner. And you need to have the synthetics to smooth it all out. That's the artistry and the science behind perfumery.
Wow. So you know about Christine Nagel and her big gig at Hermes. Yeah?
I think she's doing a great job.
You think so?
Really, I really love Twilly.
Oh, she did that one? Okay.
And she did some for the Cologne collection. I believe she did a rhubarb for them that's in a red bottle that is really beautiful as well.
I love that one.
Yeah. So I think she's doing a great job over there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you met her?
I have not.
Who does she work for? Which?
Oh, I should know this. She was on her Firmenich.
Okay, one of those two.
One of those two, I'm pretty sure.
What else should we say about Oud Bergamot? I mean, it's a great... I think it's a mass oud fragrance.
It is.
I think anyone
But
that's...
really well done, because there's a lot of the mass oud fragrances are so poorly done. And when I smell... Joe Malone, I think, did a great job on their ouds. Their rose oud that they do, this one.
I like that one too.
Whatever blend they got, the formula they got down for their oud, I think they did a stunning job. So kudos to them. And I think this is the easiest to wear out of their oud line. Like, if you still haven't jumped on the oud bandwagon, this is a really good intro too.
Very, very good entry level oud.
Oud, yeah.
If you like things like Oud Wood from Tom Ford, I think you could like this one as well.
Definitely.
Just imagine that fragrance with the citruses of bergamot and lemon and mandarin orange. Yeah.
Or if you're afraid of wearing oud in the summer, wear this one.
Yeah,
I don't think anyone's going to get too offended in any way.
Not at all. Now, going to the negative parts about this fragrance, the fact that it's doesn't last too long.
Okay. Yeah, that's always a bummer.
That's why it makes it perfect for hot weather.
Hot weather.
Yeah.
That's true, and that's just the case with citruses. We still haven't. It's hard to lock them down.
Maybe one day we'll figure out how to lock them down, huh?
Yeah. And I will say, I would rather a brand do a beautiful fragrance and give up some of the longevity than put in, again, something screechy or harsh and it lasts forever, right? At least what we have, it's short-lived, but it's beautiful.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I totally do. Well, we have a winner here. It's
Yeah.
Jo Malone Oud Bergamot. If you're a fan of oud, if you're not too familiar with oud and you want to, this is definitely an entry-level oud like Ashley was saying. Check it out and then come back here and let us know if you've sampled it or if you are planning on sampling it. Other than that, I think that's pretty much it for this one. Please like this video, please share it. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and I'll be back with more videos very soon. Have a good one. Goodbye.
Bye, guys.